and welcome to another musical tip of the week. This week's tip comes from a lot of experience of seeing singers when they're trying really hard to either get a high note or just singing in general. They tend to get all tensed up. A lot of this tension comes right here in the back of the throat and actually at the root of the tongue. So I'm going to show you today in just a few minutes how to do some tongue relaxation exercises as well as some other relaxation exercises for the rest of your throat and your mouth. So I would like to give you an example today of a song that requires a relaxed throat. Now remember, when you're hitting high notes or any notes that require a lot of extra air, you're going to be taking big breaths from your diaphragm. So I'm going to be doing that as I'm singing, and here is the example. Okay, so that's our little example today. Now, if I did not relax my throat, that would be a big mistake, especially in that song. That is a song in particular that stays up high the entire time. So by the end of the song, if my throat was not relaxed, if my tongue was not relaxed, I probably would have a very, very sore throat and may not be able to sing after I'm finished with that song. So here are a few things that you can do when you're warming up to sing a song that requires you to go high or a song that even requires you to go in your lower ranges. One good thing to do is to take your cheeks like this, smush them in, and go okay? So you can do this on any note that you would like. Okay, if I was doing that song. Now I might want to start in a lower sort of key to begin with just to warm up my voice, but then I would eventually want to go into the notes that I was singing. So it's very hard to keep your throat tense if you're doing that buzzing sort of sound. So number one, it's very, very important to get the feeling of being relaxed. Knowing what it feels like to be relaxed is the key. Another thing that you can do is yawn. Yawning is very, very helpful for you to get into the feeling of being relaxed. So, and you can sigh out just like that. So you can start it with a small sigh and get bigger. So this may sound ridiculous, but don't worry, it's going to be very helpful. Another thing to help you relax your tongue is to actually look in the mirror. Look in a mirror and look at how your tongue is when you go up to high notes. You'll probably notice that the back of your tongue tends to come up like this in the back. When you go up to high notes, you actually need to let your tongue relax. And so let the tip of your tongue touch the back of your teeth, the back of your the bottom of your teeth. So it should look like this. Okay? So just let it be relaxed. So when you hit those high notes, instead of being up in the back like this, it will be flat so that the sound doesn't have to do extra work to come up and over your tongue. That is a good sound blocker when your tongue is up like that, and it also causes your throat to be very tense. Another thing that you can try is to do ya, 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 and just practice letting your jaw hang. So never extend your jaw past what it should normally hang at. So mine goes about this far. Okay, so it's not really that far. You can of course go a little bit farther, but don't stretch it so that you feel like you're doing work, because that would do the opposite of what you want it to do. So another thing that you can do is do ing. When you do the ing sound, ing, you're creating, your tongue is going down, as it should when you sing most things. So you could always sing ing, 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 ing. So anytime you're doing the ing sort of sound, it flattens out your tongue. and would probably be very helpful in helping you to relax. Another thing that is really good is visualize where you want your tone to go. When you have your tongue relaxed, if you're thinking really stressfully that, oh, I've got to push my tone way up to the top there, then your tongue is probably going to go up to the top. It's all about feeling relaxed when you go up. So instead of feeling like you're making yourself climb up a mountain or run up a mountain when you're going to that high note, instead think of yourself as being lifted by an air balloon. So if you need to let your tongue go down quickly, you can always take a sort of sigh, and it quickly opens up the inside of your mouth and your tongue goes down. So I hope that's been helpful. Just a few things to help you relax and get your tongue all set and ready to sing that song.